13th Parliament officially opened today. President Kangaloo calls for inclusive governance. 9 independent senators appointed and opposition leader names her 6 opposition senators, including 1 Tobagonian. Good evening, I am Kristen Salandi. Welcome to the Tobago Updates Television News for Friday, 23rd of May, 2025. Now to our top story. Parliament officially opened today with members of Parliament, including the 2 Tobago MPs, taking their oath in the House of Representatives. Kimberly Mitchell has the details.
During the ceremonial opening of the 13th Parliament, Attorney-at-Law Jagdeo Singh was elected as the new Speaker of the House of Representatives.
I, Jagdeo Singh, having been elected a Member of Parliament, do swear by the Holy Bhagavad Gita that I will bear true faith and allegiance to Trinidad and Tobago, will uphold the Constitution and the law, and will conscientiously and impartially discharge the responsibilities to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, upon which I am about to enter.
As females continue to lead, Dr. Aina Ali was sworn in as the new Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives.
I, Dr. Aina Ali, having been elected a Member of Parliament, do solemnly affirm that I will bear true faith and allegiance to Trinidad and Tobago, will uphold the Constitution and the law, and will conscientiously and impartially discharge the responsibilities to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, upon which I am about to enter.
Among the members of Parliament who took their oath today were the member for Tobago East, David Thomas.
I, David Joseph Thomas, having been elected a Member of Parliament, do solemnly affirm that I will bear true faith and allegiance to Trinidad and Tobago, will uphold the Constitution and the law, and will conscientiously and impartially discharge the responsibilities to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, upon which I am about to enter.
And the member for Tobago West, Joel Sampson.
I, Joel Sampson, having been elected a Member of Parliament, do swear by Almighty God that I will bear true faith and allegiance to Trinidad and Tobago, will uphold the Constitution and the law, will conscientiously and impartially discharge the responsibilities of the people of Trinidad and Tobago, upon which I am about to enter.
Today marked a historic day in Trinidad and Tobago, with 3 political parties in the House: the ruling UNC, the opposition, PNM, and the TPP with its 2 MPs. Kimberly Mitchell, Tobago Updates Television News.
In her address in the House of Representatives on the official opening of Parliament, President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Christine Kangaloo, called for an inclusive approach to governance.
I was especially pleased as the country set off on this new journey with the tone of inclusivity that came from the leadership of both the government and the opposition. Both the Honourable Prime Minister and the Honourable Leader of the Opposition, in their very first addresses to the public upon assuming their respective offices, spoke eloquently and convincingly of the need for our system of government, in which they each play a vital role, to be all-embracing.
Intervention in some areas, including artificial intelligence, enduring powers of attorney, and persons with disabilities.
If we are to build a society that is truly inclusive, we need to enact laws that protect the rights of persons with disabilities to enter and remain in the mainstream of social and economic activity.
The President spoke emotionally about the demerit points systems that the current government has scrapped. She called for measures to prevent reckless driving on the nation's roads, as her only sister and brother were victims of car crashes.
Even as I speak these words to you today, the pain of these losses still weighs me down. As I have said, I know that thousands of citizens share the same pain. Clerk or Chief Justice, it can happen to any of us. I therefore plead with Parliament that whatever is done in this area, Parliament commits to ensuring enhanced safety on our nation's roads and to reducing road fatalities and related injuries.
Christine Carla Kangaloo has appointed 9 independent senators to serve in the 13th Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago, which officially opened today with a ceremonial session at the Red House. The appointees include returning Senators Anthony Vieira, SC, and Diorrup Timal, alongside newcomers Michael Simon de la Bastide, SC, Dr. Marlene Atz, Dr. Desiree Murray, Courtney McNeish, Candice Jones-Simmons, Alicia Lalat Etienne, and Francis M. Lewis. Following the swearing-in of the Senate President and the Speakers of the House, President Kangaloo addressed both houses to mark the commencement of the new parliamentary session. We'll take a break and come back with more. Stay with us.
Saving up to go. Anything we not backing down, like a bomb we ready to explode. Ain't gonna wait until my back against the wall. Ain't gonna.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
Do you think you know Premier League or Champions League football? What about international cricket or the IPL and CPL? How about NBA basketball? Well, now you can put your skills to work to earn some extra cash by betting on the games with TT Bet Arena. Simply go to our website, choose a sport you want to bet on, find the games and place your bets. And with your computer or mobile device, you can bet from anywhere. Just go to ttbetarena.com, sign up for a free account, make a deposit, and start betting. It's that simple. You can even qualify for our $2,000 sign-up bonus. We also have horse racing, plus live casino games where you can bet using TT dollars. And check our new Tobago location at 7B Milford Road, Crown Point. For more info, call or WhatsApp 494-0634. TT Bet Arena, the #1 sports betting company in Trinidad and Tobago.
Tobago, this is your chance to lock in the brunch experience of the summer. Sun Up,
Real bad girl get nasty.
the brunch inclusive edition, the ultimate party in the East, where vibrant flavors, refreshing cocktails, and electrifying vibes collide. It's happening on Saturday, July 5th from 3 p.m. at Deltec Compound, Argyle. Bring your coolers, bring your crew, and brunch, sip, and vibe in style. This is the flavorful escape you've been waiting for. Grab your tickets now at Barcode, Pablo Supermarket, Lost Restaurant and Lounge, Deltec Compound, and committee members. Sun Up, it's more than a brunch, it's an experience.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Thanks for staying with us. 6 opposition senators were sworn in today by the President, Christine Kangaloo, on the advice of the opposition leader, Penelope Beckles-Robinson, in accordance with Section 40 of the Constitution. Foster Cummings, Faris Alwari, Vishnu Danpal, Dr. Amory Brown, Tobagonian Melanie Roberts-Rajman, and Janelle John Bates are the new opposition senators. Chief Secretary Fali Augustine has congratulated Tobago's newly sworn-in MPs, Joel Sampson and David Thomas, following their official oath-taking at the 13th Republican Parliament's ceremonial opening on May 23rd. He hailed their appointments as a significant step forward for Tobago's national representation. Thomas is the Member of Parliament for Tobago East, and Sampson is the Member of Parliament for Tobago West, after winning both Tobago seats in the 2025 general elections. The government is set to slash millions from its annual budget by overhauling how it rents properties for public use. Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar announced that a full review of the state rental agreement is underway to reduce spending and tighten oversight. Kimberly Mitchell has the details.
Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar, speaking at a post-cabinet press briefing yesterday, said that recent figures show that the state spent approximately $493 million on property rentals in the last fiscal year, a situation she described as financially reckless and unsustainable.
So what is happening? You have some landlords, we use the expression eat a food, landlords feeding from the trough of the state. The total rent paid for properties leased by government, rented by government from private landlords, the total spent in the last fiscal year alone, fiscal 2024, was $493 million. This is like dead money because it's not like you're getting anything from it back.
She said at present there are 234 active leases.
The Ministry of Public Admin has a master list where we see what government is paying for rentals. And the government is supposed to be paying to landlords about $21.5 million per month in government rentals. There are 235 active leases, and I'll come back to it. 234 active leases and $260 million paid on those active leases.
The Prime Minister has raised serious concerns about the government's rental expenses, pointing to 2 companies being paid over $15 million a year for properties leased to the state. What's troubling, she says, is that there are no current lease agreements in place and no cabinet approval for these payments.
2 companies, GV Holdings and NJ Nahus Investments Limited, were paid over $15 million in rent per year for properties rented by government. And regrettably, these leases, there are no current leases. So 2 companies I mentioned, and the others, we shared a list with you, paid over $15 million in rent per year, rented by government, and no current lease. There is no lease. And there is no cabinet approval. No cabinet approval. So taxpayers' money is being expended in this manner, and you want to know where the money going.
As the review process gets underway, the Prime Minister says the government remains committed to finding smarter and more cost-effective ways to manage public resources. Kimberly Mitchell, Tobago Updates Television News.
You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, buljoil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meats served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Want to get better? Where to start? What kind of exercise to do? What to eat? How to get restful sleep? Need a doctor to search for root cause? Look no further. Come to Majuba Hill Lifestyle Center Foundation at our Wellness Center in Goodwood, or Food Hub in Darrow Springs, Scarborough, or Doctor's Office in Goodwood and Darrow Spring. Contact 49SWIFT 4979438.
Courts is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Courts Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Courts Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show.
Welcome back. The annual Kick It with Karen football tournament kicks off this weekend, drawing over 40 teams from across the island for 2 days of spirited competition and community celebration. Now a staple on the local sporting calendar, the tournament begins Saturday and continues through Sunday, offering a family-friendly environment with free admission.
Ola Karen Forbes continues to give her time to Tobago as she continues to host football tournaments, which is now in its 10th year.
We are in our 10th annual Kick It with Karen tournament. Yeah. And indeed, that's a huge milestone for us. I'm really excited because, you know, for doing something that consistent for so many years.
10 years, a decade.
It's a lot, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful that I'm able to build on the event as I go along. So on the 24th, which is this Saturday, we have the U9, U11, U13s, and U15 categories, right? And then we have on the second day, we have U13 girls, U15 girls, female open, and male open.
Despite the excitement surrounding the upcoming tournament, Forbes expressed regret that this year's event will not be held in her home village, Plymouth.
What caused that change this year?
So what we would have done last year, because the nucleus of the teams, we had to place the U9s at the back of the pavilion. And if you know how Plymouth is situated, it's posing a safeguarding threat.
And these days they're very serious at safeguarding. They make joke at safeguarding at all.
I don't want anything to happen to anybody and coming out of kick away carrot. So because the tournament is now expanding, we have to ensure that we grow with the tournament.
Understood.
Right? So Shaw Park is ideal in terms of the space capacity.
Organizers are encouraging spectators to bring their coolers and come out in numbers to support what has grown into one of the island's most anticipated grassroots football events. Alia Balgobin, Tobago Updates Television News.
In December 2024, the nation awoke to devastating news that a tragic fire had claimed the lives of the Dabadi Omera MP, Lisa Morris Julian, and 2 of her children. At a post-cabinet media briefing on Thursday, Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander revealed the government's plans to alleviate the manpower woes of the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service. Reporter Jewel Green George has more.
The death of Dabadi Omera MP and 2 of her children sparked national outrage and concerns over emergency response times and fire safety enforcement. It reignited public demand for accountability, and the TTFS faced criticism after it was revealed that officers from the nearby Arima fire station were attending another blaze when the fatal fire occurred. At a post-cabinet media briefing yesterday, Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander revealed a significant shortfall in manpower. 420 fire officers were currently needed across Trinidad and Tobago.
The shortage at this time is 420 as of this month.
The newly elected government is now moving urgently to address critical understaffing in the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service. In an immediate response, Cabinet has approved the absorption of 280 auxiliary fire officers into the National Fire Service at no additional cost to the state.
The Trinidad and Tobago Fire Services, after communication with the Chief Fire Officer, has been understaffed. As a result of that, today, the Honourable Prime Minister, this Cabinet, took a decision to have 280 auxiliary fire officers absorbed into the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Services. There's no major cost. There's no cost at all to this process.
Minister Alexander confirmed that the decision aims to ease the pressure on frontline responders, with training and integration exercises set to begin shortly to align the new officers to TTFS protocols. According to the latest WHO data published in 2020, fire deaths in Trinidad and Tobago reached 16 or 0.19% of total deaths, with Trinidad and Tobago ranking 109 in the world. While the TT death by fire rates remain low, the government has indicated that recruitment efforts will continue, aiming to restore the fire service to full operational strength. This will hopefully ensure that no family faces similar tragedy due to delayed emergency response. Jewel Green George for Tobago Updates Television News.
The Weekend Report is up next.
TNTech is pleased to advise that its Roxborough Service Center has reopened. Starting Monday, 10th March, customers can once more visit the Roxborough Administrative Building to pay TNTech bills, request new connections, and more. TNTech, powering the nation into the next generation.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies.
where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme.
Well, I want a proper window for me house, eh? I want no shake thing in my place.
Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces.
We get one wall on the side and we get one hole. You can put a window there, invent something, a window for put there.
At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style.
Well, me meet ya. Me don't know who I'm talking to, but I the cousin Tufina tell me for call all you go get proper thing for put there. Me don't know.
Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business.
Driven? No, I ain't driving. I get a bus ticket. One of me picnic them go drop me down there. Must bring me down there. Russo Trey Springer down by the page down there.
Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products, it's about relationships. It's about you.
It's all about me? Who's your family? You know Edna and Dorka and them, you know them, but you resemble them Edward boy and them Edward people them you.
Tobago Glass Supplies, Russo Trey Spring Garden, telephone number 639-6266. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Now for the weather forecast. This is what the TNT Met Office says you can expect for the weather. Tonight, mostly fair and hazy despite the odd isolated shower. Tonight's temperature will drop to 27 degrees Celsius. For tomorrow, you can expect predominantly sunny, slightly hazy, and at times breezy despite the low chance of an odd shower. Initially fair night with a few showery spells after midnight. Gusty winds and street flooding are possible during showers or heavy downpours. Temperatures will reach a high of 31 degrees Celsius and a low of 26 degrees Celsius. On Sunday, mainly dull, hazy and breezy conditions despite a few cloudy spells with showers. There is the low chance of an isolated heavy shower or thunderstorm in confined localities. Sunday's temperatures will be 31 degrees Celsius during the day and 26 degrees Celsius at night. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of the headlines. The 13th Parliament officially opened today. President Kangaloo calls for inclusive governance. 9 independent senators appointed, and opposition leader names his 6 opposition senators, including 1 Tobagonian. I am Kristen Salandi. Thank you so much for joining us and have a great and safe weekend.